Tonight, in our coverage, an Ontario judge named Peel police officers involved in the shooting of schizophrenic father Ejaz Choudry 4 years ago. Assalamu alaikum and good evening. This is Muslim News Canada on Muslim Network TV. I'm Elia Batul. The White House has refuted recent reports suggesting that U.S. President Donald Trump plans to delay tariffs on Canadian and Mexican imports until March 1st. Press Secretary Sarah Sanders labels these reports as false, affirming that the administration's original timeline remains unchanged. This clarification comes after a writer's article citing unnamed sources claimed that the tariff implementation date has been postponed by a month. However, a senior Canadian government source says Ottawa has not received any confirmation from the U.S. administration regarding the March 1st deadline. Trump vowed just yesterday that the tariffs would take effect on February 1st. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has reaffirmed that Canada is ready to respond. Trudeau says his government has contingency plans in place to protect Canadian businesses and workers from economic fallout. Meanwhile, a delegation of Canadian cabinet ministers is in Washington, D.C., making efforts to stop the tariffs. Officials are emphasizing the mutual benefits of free trade and warning of potential disruptions to both economies. 4 years after Ejaz Choudry was fatally shot by police in his Mississauga apartment, the identities of the 5 officers involved have been revealed through court documents. Choudry was a 62-year-old father with schizophrenia. The disclosure follows a legal battle over a publication ban sought by Peel Regional Police, citing safety concerns. However, an Ontario judge has rejected the request, emphasizing the need for transparency. Among the officers named is Jason Sandilands, who fired the fatal shots. Sandilands has a history of controversial incidents, including tipping a paraplegic man from his wheelchair during a 2006 arrest. Adam Payment and Marc Charlebois have also been identified. Their previous records show both of them having encounters with individuals in crisis. Payment was previously involved in the 2015 fatal shooting of Mark Ikamba. Ikamba was a 22-year-old experiencing mental health issues. Choudry's family has filed a $22 million lawsuit. They argue police mishandled the mental health call, escalating it into a deadly confrontation. They call their response reckless and unjustified. Police maintain they acted out of concern for Choudry's safety. The case has reignited concerns over police interactions with individuals in crisis, particularly within racialized communities. So far, no officers have been charged in Choudry's death or in similar cases in Peel Region over the past decade. His family continues to demand accountability, hoping the revelation will push for systemic change. A recent video shows a black pickup truck illegally crossing the Canada-US border near Zero Avenue. It shows individuals laying wooden boards over a ditch to drive the truck across. 2 people jump in before it speeds away. The footage was captured by Washington resident Tyler Brown earlier this week. Brown claims the U.S. Border Patrol was in pursuit. He has also voiced frustration over property damage caused by such crossings. 5 individuals have been arrested by police and handed over to the Canada Border Services Agency for processing. This incident comes amid increasing pressure from the U.S. for Canada to tighten border security. Ottawa has pledged $1.3 billion towards enforcement efforts, while U.S. officials have installed barriers near Blaine, Washington to deter illegal crossings. The Canada Border Services Agency has also restricted undocumented access to the Canadian section of the Pacific Crest Trail. Since 2023, authorities have recorded 85 vehicles crossing illegally into Canada. Israeli forces continue their military assault for the 5th consecutive day in Tulkarem, West Bank. In Jenin, the military has killed 2 Palestinians. An airstrike in Tamun yesterday killed 10 people, including a 17-year-old. At least 66 others have been injured in attacks across the occupied West Bank. The Red Crescent says 3 women have been wounded by shelling in Jenin. Israeli gunboats killed a Palestinian fisherman in Gaza despite the ceasefire. Palestinian fishermen have been repeatedly targeted in recent weeks. Israel is set to release 90 Palestinian prisoners on Saturday as part of the ceasefire deal. Among them, 9 are serving life sentences, while 81 are serving long-term sentences. Earlier in the day, Hamas named 3 Israeli prisoners who will be released on Saturday: Ofer Calderon, Keith Segal, and Yarden Bibas. The World Health Organization says 50 Palestinians in need of medical care abroad will be allowed through the newly reopened Rafah border crossing. The Phase 1 of the ceasefire deal is set to last 42 days. During this period, 33 Israeli prisoners will be released in exchange for an estimated 1,700 to 2,000 Palestinian detainees. Israeli families of prisoners held in Gaza are accusing Prime Minister Netanyahu of undermining the ceasefire deal. Speaking to Israeli media, Yehuda Cohen says Israel is not just committing war crimes against Palestinians in Gaza, but also committing war crimes against Israeli soldiers. Cohen's son, Nimrod, who is a soldier, was taken hostage by Hamas. In Lebanon, Israel has committed 15 new ceasefire violations, bringing the total breaches to 823 since the truce began. Israel's war on Gaza has killed at least 47,460 Palestinians since October 7th. More than 111,000 have been injured. Hamas's military wing Al-Qassam Brigades has confirmed the death of its top commander Mohammad Deif during Israel's military operations in Gaza. Spokesperson Abu Ubaidah made the announcement in a televised statement. Ubaidah says 6 other senior military leaders have also been killed. They are Deputy Commander Marwan Isa and Commanders Ghazi Abu Tama, Ra'id Tabit, Rafi Salama, Ahmad Ghandour, and Ayman Nufal. Abu Ubaidah says the deaths of Ghandour and Nufal have been previously announced during Israel's offensive, but the confirmation of Deif's death was delayed due to security concerns and verification processes. This marks Hamas's first official acknowledgement of Deif's killing, more than 7 months after Israel initially claimed responsibility for his assassination. Media reports had speculated on Deif's death, however, Hamas had remained silent until now. President Donald Trump is blaming diversity hiring for a mid-air collision near Washington, D.C. that killed 67 people. Speaking from the White House, Trump criticized Biden administration's diversity policies. He claims, without evidence, that the Biden administration put unqualified individuals in key aviation roles, compromising air traffic safety. Trump is also questioning the actions of the U.S. Army helicopter pilot involved in the crash. He is suggesting the pilot should have altered course to avoid the accident. Trump describes the helicopter's position as being at an unbelievably bad angle. Former Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg calls Trump's remarks despicable. Democrats condemn Trump's remarks as divisive and baseless. The National Transportation Safety Board is calling for patience. They say that facts, not speculations, will determine the cause. Despite the backlash, Trump signed an order rolling back what he calls woke policies in aviation hiring. Another deadly boat disaster has claimed the lives of 43 Pakistanis attempting to reach Europe from West Africa. The incident highlights the ongoing risks of irregular migration. Among the victims is a 34-year-old Rehan Aslam from Gujarat, Punjab, who sold his car to finance the journey. He was part of a group of 86 migrants who set sail from Mauritania to the Canary Islands. The group was stranded at sea for 13 days. Only 36 survived after being rescued by Moroccan authorities. Families claim pirates attacked the boat, robbing passengers and throwing some overboard. The Pakistani government has launched an investigation, but no official report has been released. In June 2023, a shipwreck killed 300 Pakistani migrants. Despite this, many continue to risk their lives in pursuit of a better future in Europe. Human smugglers constantly adapt routes as border controls tighten, with over 150,000 Pakistanis migrating irregularly since 2009. Ironically, most migrants come from Pakistan's fertile and industrial regions, including Gujarat, Sialkot, Jhelum, and Mandi Bahudin. These areas are rich in agricultural and manufacturing opportunities. Yet the promise of social mobility and economic stability continues to drive them to these perilous journeys. The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees reports nearly 200,000 migrants crossed into Europe via Mediterranean routes last year. At least 2,824 have been reported dead or missing. For many migrants, the dream of Europe remains stronger than the fear of death. A new reception center in Mississauga, Ontario is now fully operational, providing shelter and support for asylum seekers arriving in Canada. The Peel Reception Center is located near Pearson Airport. It can accommodate up to 680 people in dormitory-style beds. The federal government pledged $7 million towards the 73,000 square foot facility in 2023. The funds were allocated following the death of an asylum seeker outside a former Peel shelter. Since its partial opening in October, the center has housed 88 individuals. The facility offers essential services including meals, showers, laundry, prayer rooms, and settlement assistance. Immigration officials are also on site to help asylum seekers with job opportunities and relocation. In total, the federal government has provided $22 million in funding for asylum seeker support. Further investments are planned under the Interim Housing Assistance Program. Officials say this model is cost-effective, helps asylum seekers integrate into communities, and addresses housing shortages. And now, as we head towards the blessed month of Ramadan 2025, we are introducing a new segment to keep you updated on the events happening in your city, called Ramadan Events, Save This Date. The Muslim Womenpreneurs Network is presenting Ramadan Expo 2025 with a difference. This year, the expo shines a spotlight on the enduring beauty and spirit of Palestinian culture, a beacon of resilience and hope in challenging times. The event will be held in Mississauga on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, February 15th to 17th. Come and discover premium kufiyas, hand-painted ceramics, and stunning traditional thobes. Watch an exclusive performance of Dabke artists, explore a vibrant bazaar with over 300 vendors, our international halal food court, kid activities, VR space, business workshops. Visit ramadanexpo.co for tickets and details. That's all from our Toronto studios. Thank you for watching Muslim News Canada. We are a community channel dedicated to bringing you stories you can trust. Please like, share, and subscribe to our content. You can also comment to let us know what you think of our coverage. You can donate now by visiting muslimnetwork.tv/donate. For more content, keep watching Muslim Network TV.